Yay! We and Ryan are here with tambourines, and we are making a joyful noise, and we are ready to celebrate. We're ready to celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. So we are anticipating homecoming this Sunday. We're getting excited about it because it means that we are going to be fellowshipping together. We're going to get to welcome some folks. I know some folks are coming in from out of town. Family members are coming, and we are excited about that. And being able to share that together. Our church board has worked really hard to make sure that we can have homecoming, but have it in a way that is safe, the way that keeps everybody healthy, and a way that gives everybody options so that they can feel and do what is best for them and their family. So we hope that you will choose to join us this Sunday for homecoming and as we celebrate. And so we just took a few moments to think about what it meant to celebrate. And you can help me remember. We even looked up the definition of celebrate. And one of the definitions was to mark something significant with a social gathering or a time of coming together. So to mark something significant. And I thought that was kind of a fun definition because it reminded us that part of celebrating is doing it together.
Right.
Over a social function or something like that. Celebrate is also to participate in an activity that signifies something special, or to participate in some type of sacrament, such as, and even in the dictionary it said celebrate Holy Communion. So there was a holiness to the verb celebrate, right? That this was something that was sacred and special. So I agree. I think that celebration is special, and that is something that we need to do as a family of faith. We have sometimes, especially in the past 2 years, gotten bogged down and found it hard to celebrate when we can't be together safely. And so we are going to take the opportunity to celebrate now. We're going to take that opportunity to celebrate. And so what does homecoming celebrate? Right? What do we celebrate when we celebrate homecoming? Well, we're celebrating our history. We're celebrating our legacy. Think about the celebrations in the Bible. One of the biggest celebrations that is recognized over and over again is to celebrate Passover. And that's how God helped the Israelites pass out of their exile in Egypt, and he saved them. And so they're celebrating that journey. As a church family, when we celebrate homecoming, we celebrate what? Our journey as a church family. We're celebrating where we came from, where we've been, what we are doing now, and where we are going. We're celebrating that journey. And Hood Memorial has a beautiful legacy to celebrate. We have so many fingers and so many ways that we have reached out even beyond this community that we want to celebrate and recognize. And it extends over 130 years. And that is important. So it's important to come home, so to speak, and gather together and celebrate that. I want to share one passage, and I don't pull Leviticus out very often, but there's a command to celebrate.
A command in Leviticus?
Yeah.
Wow.
So in Leviticus, there's all these details about how things are supposed to happen. And then they're talking about the festivals and the festivities and how all this is supposed to happen and what day of the week and how many days you need to prepare and that kind of thing. So in chapter 23, Leviticus chapter 23, in verse 37, it says this: "These are the appointed festivals of the Lord, which you shall celebrate as time of holy convocation for presenting to the Lord offerings by fire. And it continues on. So we have all these festivals that were laid out in the different Old Testament books of how things were supposed to happen. But it's because God calls us to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to party. We're supposed to remember what
Yeah.
God has done in our lives, where God has brought us out of, and where God is leading us.
Yes.
And so God calls us to celebrate.
Mm-hmm. And God is celebrating over us. You
Yeah.
may want to, yeah, that's important to remember too.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes it's okay, well, I don't feel like celebrating, or I'm sad about all these things. And
Depressed,
then
heavy things.
and it's we think about those things, right? But it's like sometimes, and when you read that God is telling us, encouraging us, saying, "Come and celebrate." We have to remember to make that an important part of our lives too,
Mm-hmm.
and in that way we can find that balance, and then we find ourselves being renewed and just thinking of God celebrating over us,
Yeah.
and thinking of, I think it's in Zephaniah where it says God will rejoice over you with singing,
Mm.
And the incredible, that everything of all creation and beyond
So
is celebrating over us.
we are again at work with God when we are celebrating.
Right. More fellowship.
Yes.
I mean, with us as people, as humans, as the family of God, but with God too.
Yeah.
God's in this mix, and God encourages us.
Yeah.
Tells us, make sure you celebrate.
And you had another interesting thought this morning when we were talking about homecoming. Share that, because it's brought things to life for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, well, the Passover connection, the celebrating together, and these safe God having folks gather up together and celebrate God's deliverance,
Mm-hmm.
and God's journey together, and God's greatness to rescue,
right?
And the correlations between that and the Lord's Supper.
Mm-hmm.
When Jesus was going through, facing the end of his in-person earthly ministry, what he wanted to do, he wanted to get together with his friends,
mm-hmm.
share a meal. And in the Lord's Supper, connected with Passover, Lord's Supper that we do all the time, we are looking forward in these times to the great homecoming, when we all come together and partake of this meal together, where Jesus said, "Hey, I'm not going to take this again until we take it all together." So Jesus is waiting for that time too. We are waiting for this time. So these celebratory times like this are a chance to get together and get a glimpse, get a taste of what this community will be when all is in all, and all is perfected.
I love that idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just can't get it out of my mind. The idea that these homecomings that we celebrate here on earth, that we celebrate together, are important because they give us a little bit of that glimpse of our final homecoming that we can get excited about.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's comforting.
It's worth celebrating.
It's worth celebrating. So then join us as we celebrate this Sunday if you're able, and we'll be online. If you're not able to join us in person, we will still be online so that you can connect with us that way. So join us this Sunday at 10:30. At 10 o'clock, we will be doing some dedication of our renovations here in this chapel space. So we'll be inside for a very short dedication service, and then we'll be outside for our services at 10:30. And then if you can join us, bring a snack lunch with you, and we will continue to fellowship over the lunch that we all bring from our different homes. We're going to keep it safe, so bring your own meal, or you can stop by Bojangles or Kentucky Fried Chicken and get yourself something on the way. But just join us this Sunday in any way that you can and that you feel safe That's important too. So hope to see you Sunday. We're going to move to a time of prayer. On our prayer call, you're welcome to join us if you're online. You can join us by calling 563-999-1222. Or you can text the word pray to our church number that's on your screen, 910-892-2711. Text pray and we'll be in communication with you so that we can also engage you that are online with your prayer requests and be praying for you. If you're online, we're signing off, and we hope that you have a great day.
Mhm.